Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a 212A. It's a Tier 9 Soviet SPG and we're located on the south spawn of Malinovka. And the name of the commander is MCHammereD. Now he's using the 203mm B4 howitzer. It's built on a KV series chassis. It's an enclosed gun, but this is an Arty that was never actually built during the war. It was proposed and it was shelved. But one of the good things about this Tier 9 Arty is it can use vents, just like the school bus can, the Tier 8 Soviet. And we're off. Now you can see there's a little machine gun at the back there. I suppose that's for fending off the hordes of complaining players saying they've been clicked. And he's just moved a little way back. I think he's going to find a bush. Yep, bit of extra cover. Never helps, never hurts rather. And he's now looking at the enemy and his first target's turned up and he's just loaded. Dialing in on a black dog, an M41 90mm. Round out. Oh, it lands short right in front of him. Does absolutely no damage whatsoever. 32.19 seconds on the reload, so he might as well relocate whilst he's got the chance. And that was a new player as well, the M41 player, so he really didn't understand that you're not supposed to go into such an exposed position. He was very lucky not to be hit. Now we have got an M41 spotting for us in the middle, but he is actually in that little dip near the rock, and that's probably the reason why he's not spotting so much. There's Progetto M46. Oh, and he's out the game very quickly indeed. There's the M41 again. Again, he doesn't really realise that you're not supposed to stay still. If you're in an exposed position, you're supposed to go to cover. Okay, McHammereD's moving. Still no points on the board. So far he hasn't had much luck. Normally this rock actually does provide a lot of kills and damage because it does look as if there are TDs behind it. Yes, I think somebody was firing at that corner, so it's more than likely there is somebody behind that rock. And I think he's going to try and splash. Yes. And the round goes in. We don't know if it did any damage. So we're going to pay attention to the north now because there's a T10 up there. But in the meantime, that black dog has just received a huge amount of hits. He's now a splash kill. We only need to get the shell near him to wipe him out. And again, he's taking a very open position. And if he stays like that, he won't last very long indeed. He's gone unspotted. We're firing around in there anyway. And we've killed him with splash. Very silly thing for that black dog to do. Inexperienced players. But obviously the M441, the M41 90mm, the black dog, is actually a premium tank, so it doesn't require any skill or any expertise to acquire one. You just need to open your wallet and buy one. And unfortunately, as with a lot of premium players, they buy something they can't handle and then they lose it very quickly and they wonder why they're having bad games. Trying to get a solution. He fires at the IS-6. Direct hit. 260 hit points right into the side. He stunned the T10 at the same time. It was within the stun radius. The T10's used his first aid kit to cure the stun. The IS-6 hasn't. And it looks like our fellow Arty, who happens to be in the FP207, looks like another one in the M4043, fired around at the T10, and another round goes in for 257. So I think all of the Arty are now focusing on that T10. Round out, and that's a kill shot. 303 hit points. It gets MCHammereD his second kill after the black dog. Next target's 257. He's indicating his target. That tells his fellow Arty what he's aiming at. He's moving across to the IS-6 and he's T-keying that now. Or is he going to go back to the 257? Going back to the 257. Oh, now both Artys straddled him. He is stunned, so somebody's going to pick up hit points. Yes, 327 from a direct hit means one of the other Arty has picked up a load of stun assist. Now we're losing tanks at that court up there. There's only one of our team left in that area. So MCHammereD is relocating. And it looks to me like it would probably be a good idea for him to relocate back to near the cap area. And the reason for that obviously is that there is only him between... there's only one tank between him and the enemy. And if those continue to move down, look at that IS-6, he's got very close, but he's right up against the edge of the map. That will slow him down a bit if he tries to move forward. And that round was aimed short of the target, but it actually went long and splashed the IS-6 for 284. Now he's relocating. And he's not the only one. The M40, M43 is moving as well. They're all getting out of there. The other Arty has... No, he's still staying there. The FB207. That may be a bit of a mistake, but the Scorpion G is going up ahead of him. So this seems the good firing position, and we've got a T-34 trying to make his way along the edge of the lake. And that's a very silly thing to do in the open. Oh, he looks like he got a direct hit. No, he knocked a tree down there. That probably won't matter because he has moved away from it. But it will give the enemy a clue as to where the enemy Arty is. Now another thing is, don't ever set up in a firing position right next door to another Arty. The reason being that 2 tracers is easier to see than 1. And if 2 tracers can be spotted, you can be counter-batteried much easier. Lorraine 40T, round out. Direct hit, kills him! We don't know how many hit points he claimed, but he managed to get a direct hit while it was unspotted. Alright, 32 seconds. He's got plenty of ammo. That's the one good thing about 203mm howitzer. You do have plenty of ammo to play with. It's just a very long reload, that's the problem. 32 seconds is a lot. Now he's aiming ahead of the T-28. Adjusting, round out. Gets splash hit right next door to him for 346. That's a really useful shot. It tracked the T-28 in the process as well. Now he didn't get any stun assists though. Can he get a shot on that T-34? That's the one he got the direct hit on earlier. He's down to 12% of his health. He's a one-shot. Oh, yes, he is a one-shot. He's just been killed by our Scorpion G. T-28. Marking the target. Both Artys are going for him. In fact, more than one Arty, I think. And he's out the game as well. The Scorpion G claims another kill. Now, the scores are even. And in fact, actually, the surprising thing is the enemy still has a heavy tank. And we still have a medium, but we just lost our charioteer. That's one of our TDs. And we're aiming just to the north. The T-26E4 is moving north. And last time we saw, the enemy had a T-30 in that location. There he is, adjusting. Round out straight away. Direct hit and a kill shot. 380 hit points. That brings up his fighter badge for 4 kills. Can he get to a Top Gun? Well, it's possible. It's theoretically possible. Now, we're still worrying about that heavy tank on the top of the hill. The Scorpion's ahead of the FB207. But we've gone to quick counter battery. Because the enemy's still got 3 Artys. I'm not sure what he's actually looking for, but maybe he thinks the Scorpion G's there. Nope. He's moved. So the Scorpion G is actually quite a potent tank destroyer. I've actually got one, and just recently I've been playing it quite a lot because it's very, very satisfying when you hear that sizzle hits the enemy tank at the other end and they go up. Now he's looking in the cap area and indicating the T-26E4. That's where he's looking. That will help the T-26E4 to approach the area cautiously, knowing he's got Arty support. there's a good chance that one of the enemy will be in a defensive position, and it's probably the Scorpion G and maybe an artillery. I wouldn't be surprised if you found an SPG in that area. We're looking for a tracer. Of course, we won't spot the Scorpion G until it's found by our heavy tank, our medium tank rather. Other Arty are also focusing in the same area. He's saying go over and look over there. T26 is making his way over. Nothing in sight. There's one of the... It's the Scorpion G. It's been spotted. Can get around into him quickly. Round out. Oh no, it's going to fall short. But it does stun the Scorpion. And that's a help. Now we need the other Arty to fire at that position. He's relocating. There's the M4043. And he's taken out the Scorpion G with that shot. He took him out. He claimed him. And that's a major help because the enemy are now reduced to that heavy tank, the Conqueror, which is lost half his hit points. And they've now only got two Artys, the M5355 and the Lorraine 15551. So one of the Artys was taken out during that brief interval while we were looking around for enemies to shoot at. One of the other Artys managed to find one of the enemy and take him out the game. Now T26E4 is moving ahead. The only worry is, of course, he's going to come across the Conqueror. Of course, T26E4 has more hit points to play with. He could probably take a few more shots than the Conqueror can. Plus, of course, the Conqueror's got to be worried that he's going to be facing shots from three Artys simultaneously. He doesn't know where... Oh, there's the Conqueror! Oh my god, he's got really close to the FV207. And the FV207's going straight in for the shot, for the kill. And we get a shot for 222 and stun the Conqueror. But the FV207 goes down. And we're going to have to motor out of here quickly because we're not going to be able to reload before the Conqueror gets over here. The Scorpion and the T26E4 are hunting for Arty, I believe. And the M40's moving. He got a shot in at the Conqueror. We need to get behind cover, behind that windmill. We are reloaded. We need any obstruction between us and the enemy. And we found the enemy Arty. The M5355 was right on top of the hill. But of course at the moment we're desperately trying to get out of the way of the Conqueror. It looks like the M5355 has dropped. Has he gone down to the second level? Okay, we're aiming, and he's been taken out by the M4045. He's having a 43. He's having a fantastic game, that player, because he just took out the Scorpion, then he took out the M5355, and it looks to me like MCHammereD's going to take a defensive position on this corner of the map, using the water for cover. And that rock. The Scorpion G's got over there close. We're looking for that Conqueror. T26E4 is looking for the last remaining Arty, the Lorraine 15551. Now, if anything, that Lorraine is probably somewhere on the 0 line. I would think he's more than likely gone south from this point on. After the M53 was discovered, he probably realised there was enemy tanks nearby. Scorpion's found the Conqueror. Let's get a shot into him. Dialed in, round out. Direct hit, 412 hit points, long stun. Should make it possible for the Scorpion to get a kill. I think the Scorpion got hit by the Conqueror. He's seen a loss of hit points. Yep, he's retreating, trying to stay below that ridgeline. We're reloading, we're pre-aiming where we think the Conqueror is going to appear. The clock started. That's the 1 minute hooter. There's the Conqueror. And we lost the Scorpion, but we're aiming at the Conqueror. Direct hit takes him out the game. 247 hit points. And that is the last kill because the the Lorraine 155-51 was taken out, and MCHammereD wins the game with 5 kills. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. It's a second class tanker for MCHammereD in the 212A. He also picked up a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 12. A fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He managed to get 5, one short of getting that top gun. But what a good game that M40, M43 player had as well during that game. Let's have a look at the scores. Well, he did get the highest damage. The Scorpion managed to get 3,289 hit points of damage, and he also picked up 5 kills. MCHammereD picked up 3,149 hit points and 5 kills. The M40, M43, 2,547 hit points, and he also picked up 4 kills. He didn't pick up the counter battery because the Lorraine was finally taken out by Silvio, who was that was the M40, M43. So it was one of the Artys, one of the enemy Artys was not taken out by the M40, so that's why I didn't pick up the counter battery. But anyway, let's have a look at base XP. Well, again, it's the Scorpion who got 1,134 base XP, and Silvio managed to get 1,025 because he was tier 8. Both of these were tier 8s, killing tier 9s. And MCHammereD in the 212A was a tier 9, killing tier 9s. Although he got more hit points than the M40 scored more XP, and MCHammereD only picked up 939 base XP on that one. So let's have a look at detail report. Well, he fired 17 rounds, got 7 direct hits, 7 penetration, and 7 splash. Damage of 3,149 hit points, all at more than 300 meters. He damaged 8 of the enemy, that's more than half the enemy team, and killed 1/3 of the enemy team, 5. He also did damage assistance, or rather stun assistance I should say, of 568 hit points off 9 stuns. On a premium account he earned 40,878 credits, and after ammunition resupply, which is fairly expensive because it's the 203mm howitzer, he actually only had 8,408 credits to take away. He received 1,409 XP, times 3 for the first victory, meant he took away 4,227 altogether. But I think he really enjoyed this battle, and it certainly was a very good battle. And as he said, Arty rocking it. Well, he did rock it because he definitely got the kill on that Conqueror at the end, and that helped to win the game. He got some lovely kills with the T30 as our T26 was moving up, killed that T26 to take out the obstruction along the way. And so he just got some great shots during that battle. So if you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.